Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण dear devotees. So today is Wednesday. It is the 2nd of July. It is Ashada Masa or Vamana Masa, Sukla Paksham, and Saptami Tithi. There are no Vaishnavas in the calendar, so we shall quickly move into the daily Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, Buddha is narrating the pastimes of Krishna to Vidura. So, Buddha is saying, so in the last moments, once all the Hindu family got all destroyed and Krishna went to the tree, that is a Ashwatha tree, young Ashwatha tree. And there when he was sitting, so Uddhava has approached there, and then Maitreya also approached the Lord. And when the Lord is speaking to Uddhava, Maitreya is very attentively hearing from the Lord. And the Lord is saying to Uddhava, "O Uddhava, in your previous life, you were one of the Vasus. So when you were performing the sacrifices, you desired that you wanted to have my association. So that I could understand what was in your heart. Vedaham Vedaham antar manasi ipsitam te. What is there in your heart? I know, O Uddhava. Dadami yattad dhruvapam anyehi. It is very difficult to give, but I awarded it unto you. So Satre Pura Visudam Vasunam Mat Siddhikamena Vasotvayestaha. What he was desiring is Mat Siddhikamena, association with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, which is the ultimate. That is the Tvaya Istaha. So Lord is saying to Uddhava, so that is I am just giving. So all these things are happening. So today further Lord is saying that all this has happened. So your achievement of your life perfection and also association with me throughout while you are in the material world and later on in the next spiritual world. Everything by my mercy. Everything by my mercy. Now it is your last life here, so you do not come back to this material world anymore. And also your meeting here when I am winding up my pastimes and that. So it is because of your unflinching devotion unto me. Likewise, Krishna is saying to Uddhava. So here, who is Uddhava? One has to understand. Am I Uddhava? Can I be Uddhava? Can I be Arjuna? Likewise, can I be Uddhava? Yes, we can. So whoever is elevating themselves by the spiritual process and always associating with the Lord, they all become Uddhava. Uddhava means elevated soul. So here, elevated soul does not have to take birth. He can directly, so he is seeing the Lord while he was winding up his pastimes. So these things we could see as part of the tattva, the self-reflections within ourselves. Okay, so likewise, the Lord is saying to Buddha, saying that because of your unflinching devotion, you have met me in the secluded place while I am leaving this material world. Okay, we are in the Srimad Bhagavatam, third canto, chapter 4, verse number 12. Sayeja sadho charamo bhavanam आसादितस्ते मदनुग्रहो यत् यन्मां द्रहबुत्सृज्यन्तम् दिश्चाददृश्वान् विशदानुवृत्य स एष साधो चर्मो भवानाम्. And all these things. So here you have desired in the days of your while you were performing that you wanted to have association, that thing, and also meeting here in me in this secluded place, and you have lived throughout your life accompanying me. Sayesha, all these things, sadhu, wo honest buddhava, wo honest one, charmo bhavanam, and this is the ultimate charmaha bhavanam of all your incarnations as Vasu. Bhavanam. So previously Buddha was eternal associate of the Lord, and then he has later on as part of the universal creation. So he has come here as part of the Vasus, one of the Vasus, to expand the progenies. During that time, again he desired that association of the Lord. All these things as Vasu, all of your incarnations as Vasu, and also now you again accompanying me as Buddha here in these past times. But here, all the living entities are also Mamaivamsha Jivo Loke Jiva Buddha Sanatanaha. They're also part and parcel of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But they come to this material world because of some desires. Okay, so now Sayesh Sadho Charmo Bhavanam Asaditaste Mad Anugroho Yet. Now all this now achieved. Asaditaha is now achieved. Say unto you, Mad Anugraho Yet. So this is by my mercy, my causeless mercy, as it is. Asaditaste Mad Anugraho Yet. Yanmam Rulokan Draha Vusubjantam. So here, Yanmam. So because of this, Yanmam, you have met me here, Nulokam, the planets of conditioned souls. Nulokan is planet of the conditioned souls. Rahaha, in a seclusion. Usrujantam, Usrujantam. So this is while quitting. So when Lord is leaving this material world, this is Nulokan Raha Usrujantam, Discha Dadrushwan. Discha Dadrushwan. This is by seeing the Drishwan, what you have seen. Vishdanurutya, by unflinching devotion. Vishda Anurutya, by unflinching devotion. Because of that, you are able to see me and meet me in this secluded place while I leave this material world. Likewise, Lord is saying to Buddha, everything is by my mercy. Sayesh sadho charmo bhavanam asaditaste madhanugraho yet yanmam rulokan drahavsujantam discha dadrushwan vishidanurutya. Translation. O honest one, your present life is the last and the supermost because in this term of life you have been awarded my ultimate favor. Now you can go to my transcendental abode, Vaikuntha, by leaving this universe of conditioned living entities. Your visit to me in this lonely place because of your pure and unflinching devotional service is great boon for you. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Can I request an unallocated devotee to read this purport, please?
Shri Prabhu,
Yes, Prabhuji.
when a person is fully conversant with the knowledge of the Lord, as far as can be known by the perfect living entity in the liberated states, he is allowed to enter into the spiritual sky, where the Vaikuntha planet exists. The Lord was sitting in a lonely place, just about to disappear from the vision of the inhabitant of the universe, and Uddhava was favorite to see him even at that time, and thus received the Lord's permission to enter Vaikuntha. The Lord is everywhere at all times. and his appearance and disappearance are merely the experience of the inhabitants of a particular universe. He is just like the sun. The sun does not appear or disappear in the sky. It is only in the experience of man, that is that in the morning the sun rises and the evening the sun sets. The Lord is simultaneously both Vaikuntha, both in Vaikuntha and everywhere within and without Vaikuntha. Haribol. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
And thank you, Prabhuji. So Prabhupada is describing who can go to the Vaikuntha. So here it is saying that a person who is fully conversant with the knowledge of the Lord as far as can be known by a perfect living entity. So Lord's appearance, Janma Karma Che Me Divyam Evam Yo Veti Tatpataha Tyaktva Deham Punarjanma Naiti Mam Yeti Sojjuna. So who knows Krishna's appearance and disappearance and all his pastimes, transcendental pastime? Tatpataha, who understands Tatpataha by scientifically? He can be elevated to the Vaikuntha planets. Punarjanmana Vidyate, he does not take birth again in this material world. So a perfect living it, he understands. So how do I reflect in personally here? I have got a human body. I'm trying to do so many things. Some things which I think is bias, some activities which are my sense gratification. There are so many lawful desires, unlawful desires. But by the time we have come to the end of our life, we must nullify actions and reactions of all these pious activities as well as the impious activities. Both must be completely nullified. Whenever Dhruv Maharaj, he was going to the Vaikuntha planet. Before that, he lived for 36,000 years. So during that time, while he was performing ruling, he has enjoyed all opulences by his pious activities. And also, he has nullified all kinds of sinful activities, knowingly or unknowingly, that might have happened by performing the austerities and penances. Austerities and penances. In both way, in this way, one side he is enjoying, and the other side he is also performing austerities and penances. So in such a way, he has enjoyed, and at the end, he is completely freed of all kinds of actions and reactions. So that is by the end of the time, one has to completely wind up his pastimes. So at that time, Lord will be very pleased with such kind of soul. So Uddhava is not an ordinary soul who has always accompanied the Lord with unflinching devotion. So, and he also says, न तथामि प्रियतम आत्मयोनिः न शङ्करः न च शङ्कशुरु न श्रीः न एवात्मा च यथा भवान्. So I do not like as much as Brahma or Lord Shiva, Sankarsana, Lakshmi Devi, or even myself, then I like you. So I like you the most in such a way, indirectly he was saying, comparing with all these personalities. They're all the eternal servants of the Lord. But here he is appreciating Buddha that you are the most beloved of me. Likewise, here, because he knows a complete, perfect living entity in the liberated state, he is allowed to enter into the spiritual sky. He is the Achyuta Priya Bandhavaha. They can easily go. Yanti Anjasa Achyuta Padam. Anjasa is very easily they can go. Yanti is they are going to Yanti Anjasa Achyuta Padam. Achyuta Padam is the Vaikuntha Loka. They will go easily. And who are the devotees of the Lord? They have got all good qualities. Sarvaihi gunehi tatra samasate suraha. And they're always shantaha, samudrishaha, suddhaha, sarvabhutanu ranjanaha. So this is very beautiful that Maitreya Rishi, this particular shloka is said by Maitreya Rishi. Maitreya Rishi now, he is hearing what Lord is saying to Uddhava, understanding that Lord is very affectionate to his devotees. Later on, Maitreya Rishi say the same thing to Vidura in the past when he was describing about Dhruva Maharaj to Vidura later on. Okay, so where Vaikuntha planets exist, and the Lord was sitting in a lonely place, just about to disappear from the vision of inhabitants of this universe. Okay, so that is the Again, once again, what is that Ashwadha, Arbaka, Ashwadham? This is the called people tree or Ashwadha Ruksha. We also see in the that Buddhamola Madashakam Ashwadham Prahuravyayam. And Krishna is sitting the root. And that Buddhamolam is the roots in the spiritual planets, upper planets. Buddhamola Madashakam, Adashakam. That sakas are in the downwards. Krishna is sitting at the root. Do you see how it is now here in this past tense? Krishna is sitting at the root of the Ashwadha tree. If we just again link that shloka to this here Krishna's pastimes, how meaningful it is. Krishna is the root of this Ashwadha tree. Okay, so this is Krishna is sitting at the place under the Ashwadha tree, just about to disappear from this vision of inhabitants of this universe. That Ashwadha tree is the perverted reflection of this material world. But who is the root? Krishna. Urdhvamoolamadaशाकम् अश्वत्थं प्राहुरव्यं छन्दांस्यस्य पर्णानि यस्तं वेद स वेदवेत्. And now for that Ashwadha tree, the downwards, which is spread downwards, for that Krishna is sitting as the root of that Ashwadha tree. Now here also he is sitting. And now what are the branches, twigs and all those things, leaves? There are the Vedas and so many Upanishads, Puranas like that. Okay, so now Lord has disappeared from the vision of inhabitants of this universe. And Buddha was fortunate to see him even at that time, and thus received the Lord's permission to enter Vaikuntha. Lord's permission to enter Vaikuntha. This kind of statement, even whenever Bhurishrava, he was also during the Kurukshetra battle, Krishna and Arjuna are on the chariot, and there is a fight between Bhurishrava and also Satyaki. So whenever Bhurishrava when Satyaki was unconscious, Bhurishrava is going to kill him, but Arjuna, he has cut the hand of Bhurishrava. Bhurishrava and Arjuna, they were friends usually, but here, in order to protect Satyaki, Arjuna has chopped off that hand. And later Bhurishrava asked, and then Arjuna said, "It is my vow, whoever is accompanying me, I will never ever leave them in vulnerable state. I will protect them." That is Arjuna's vow. And then later on, Bhurishrava sit in a posture, and then Krishna says to Bhurishrava, now this you are my unflinching, you are a devotee of me. So as soon as you leave this body now, you will go to the Vaikuntha planet. Lord personally says to Bhurishrava. And then he sit in that posture, yogic posture, and Satyaki, he get into consciousness, and then he took that sword and then chopped off the head of Bhurishrava. Of course, there was enmity between Bhurishrava and Satyaki, between their fathers and forefathers like that. Of course, that is their vow. But actually, Bhurishrava is the devotee of Vishnu. And such a way, Lord personally says to Bhurishrava, you will go to the Vaikuntha planets. In such a way, he got. And similarly, Bhishma Dev also, he has attained Vaikuntha planet. He wanted to see the Lord while he was living. Okay, so the Lord is everywhere at all times. And his appearance and disappearance are merely the experience of the inhabitants of a particular universe. So this is like a Prabhupada is giving, he is just like the sun. Sun does not appear and disappear in the sky. It is only in the experience of man that in the morning the sun rises and in the evening sun sets. The Lord is simultaneously both in Vaikuntha and everywhere within and without Vaikuntha. So likewise, Prabhupada is describing here. By sunrise and sunset, all of our lives will be, our bodies will be, the lifespan is getting reduced. Ayurharati vaipumsam uddhinnastam chennasau tasyadhyakshanoonit uttama shloka vataya. Except the devotees who are engaged themselves in hearing Krishna Katha and the devotional service, because their destination is already decided by the Supreme Lord. In due course of time, they will go back to Vaikuntha. They don't take birth here. But other people take birth, old age, disease, and death again It is Janma Mrityu Jara Vyati Dukkha Doshanadasham. They will go through the cycle again and again. This body is just as a shadow, is a swapna, avidya rachita yatmani, avidya swapna rachita, gandharva nagaropamam. It is phantasmagoria. But we have to realize that these bodies are not permanent, very temporarily we are just wearing. These are instruments. When we are going from one place to another place, either we go by walk or take a bicycle or take a motor scooter or take a car or a train or an airplane or even a rocket, go to a different planet, rocket. So these are different instruments. Similarly, if I wanted to go out of this universe, that human body is a perfect vehicle for that. Human body, by controlling all the senses, and we can leave this material world, entering into the Vaikuntha planets by our unflinching devotion to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is our body because it contains the senses. We are bewildered that it is me, and because of mind intelligence, that's why we are struggling. Manasastani indriyani prakriti karshati. We are struggling here, but once we come to that knowledge that we are not this body, this is body is just an instrument to utilize to go out of this universe and to enter into the spiritual planets, then it is a perfect utilization of the human body. It is a vehicle. It is not we. When I say it is I, we do not say it is my, I am hand, I am head, like that. We say it is my body, it is my car, it is my place, my home, but it is not I. I is the spirit soul who is living in the body. Utilize this vehicle properly and control this body. That they control the senses by following the regulative principles, then attain the perfection of human life, going into the Vaikuntha planets. Okay, so that is the Srimad Bhagavatam. So Uddhava is now achieved that one, ultimate, by his Vishuddhanurja, unflinching devotion. Sayecha sadho charmo bhavanam asaditaste madanugraho yat yanmamrulokan rahavusrujantam discha dadrushwan Vishuddhanurjam. Okay, so that is the Drishwan Visdanurutya, by unflinching devotion. Okay, that is from Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. We shall move to Srila Prabhupada's daily letter. Okay, so today letter to Jadurani, September 19th, 1970, Calcutta. It's a tiny letter. Do we have Usha Mataji today? Hare Krishna, Usha Mataji.
Yes, Hare Krishna. Guru. Yeah. My dear Sadhurani, please accept my blessings. I am in due receipt of your recent undated letter regarding the painting of the universal form. Yes, you may do it as in the bridge bus print. You will be pleased to know that everything is going very nicely here, and we are having many meetings almost every night in various places for good notice. Daily, our Sankirtana party goes downtown where they are followed by hundreds of Indians. If we are only sincere, Krishna will give us all facility. Hope this find you in good health. Your ever yourself, Asipatil and Swami Prabhupada future.
Jai. Thank you, Mataji. Any point to highlight, Mataji?
So I think Chadurani was asking, was asking about maybe the universal form, maybe she wants to print, and that uh, painting about the universal form. So uh, he said, you may do it in the this bus print. So I think this bridge bus print. And another thing said that Prabhupada said that Sankirtana party is going very well. So if you follow that, like followed by so many Indians, and I said if there are everything goes sincere, then Krishna will give us all facilities. So when you do your things, so Krishna will give all facilities. That's the thing. That's the problem. Hare Krishna. Nothing else.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, so that's a very nice reflection. Thank you, Mataji. Any other comments, dear devotees, for this letter? Okay, so, and Prabhupada is mentioning printing of universal form. You may do it as the as in the Brijavasi's print. So generally, this universal form, many people, okay, as soon as they see universal form, they think that is the highest. When we were children, we used to say, okay, who has got more heads, more vehicles? He is the most powerful God. I used to think like this. And also other children, compete, children, they used to think, oh, Kalika, Durga Mata has got so many weapons. She is most powerful. And another person says that Vishnu in the universal form, he is the most powerful. And Lord Shiva, he has got so many heads. He is so powerful. But actually, these are kind of materialistic thoughts. People generally think like that. The Sukadeva Goswami, all this universe creation and maintenance, universal form is the temporary. Sukadeva Goswami, it says, itam bhaven katito bhagavan bhagavattamah, na itam bhaven hi param drashtum arhanti surayah. These things and all these weapons and creating and maintaining all these things are generally for everyone. But the devotees of the Lord, they are qualified to hear and understand more than that. Drashtum arhanti surayah. So param drashtum arhanti surayah. Naitam bhave nahi. Sukadeva Goswami describing about all the universal form and everything else, and finally he says, generally these are for ordinary people. They will, but devotees of the Lord, they will enter into more deeper pastimes of the Lord. Drashtum arhanti suryaha, like that. Okay, so that is also one thing. Okay, so and then Prabhupada is mentioning about our daily Sankirtana party goes downtown, where they are followed by hundreds of Indians. Okay, as long as we are sincerely working, Krishna will give us all facilities. That is, we know that Ananya Sintayanto Mam Ye Jana Paryupasate Nitya Tesham Nityabhuktanam Yogakshemam Vahamyaham. Krishna, he protects that yoga kshema. Yoga means it is the union with the Lord. That kshema he provides. It is not the materialistic things. Sometimes we may think like, oh, he may just protect my wealth and my house like that. Of course, that will come automatically. That is not the main thing. Yoga kshema means there is different thing, not materialistic. Yoga is spiritual. He will always protect that spirituality that a living entity renders. Tesham nityabhyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyaham. While living entity always he engages himself in the devotional service for the union with the Lord, yoga, bhakti yoga. Jatakshemam, yogakshemam vahamyaham. He will take and then he will preserve that one. Okay, that's why Pratyavayo na vidyate. It will never ever be lost. Solpamapyasya dharmasya traiti mahato bhaya. Deha vikramana sosti. There is no loss. So Krishna will give us all these things. But here, about whatever the protection of our wealth and all these home and those things, Yajjad bhavyam bhavatu bhagavan purva karmanurupam. They will come automatically. Once we are engaged in the devotional service, no more sinful activities means there is no chance for losing all these things. They will be preserved as it is. Okay, so likewise, devotees are always protected by the Lord in all ways. He will give us all facilities. But only we are to be sincere. That is from this letter, my reflection. Uh, thank you, Mataji. And From the announcements point of view, so today is Wednesday. We have got Kirtan evening at 8 p.m. Okay, it is a devotion with kirtans and all those things. It is the very easy way to connect to the Lord by glorifying the Lord. Even few words. If we don't know anything, just chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra in a musical way. As simple as with whatever we know. Okay, so that is at 8 o'clock. That's all from updates from me, dear devotees. If you have got any other updates or you wanted to share anything, I know we on the 6th of July, that is on Sunday, Snana Yatra is going on in the Bhaktivedanta manner. Apart from that, dear devotees, if you have got any other updates or you wanted to share anything, kindly share. Hare Krishna. Okay, if there are no further updates, then we shall conclude and continue with further japa. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः अनंत कोटि वैष्णववृंद की जय शिल प्रभुपाद की जय हरे कृष्ण कॉन्शियस डे एवरीवन